Okay, sorry, that was on me. Okay, alright. Let me make sure the stream's up. Alright. Okay, we should be good now. Yeah, good. Alright, perfect. Hello everyone and welcome to the 11th round of the America Series, the penultimate round of the Race Spec Championship here on Race Spec Esports. I'm K1997, your commentator for this event, and this time we are racing at the Miami International Autodrome for the Miami Grand Prix. Located in Miami Gardens lies the 3.3-mile racetrack known as the Miami International Autodrome. It takes place around the Hard Rock Stadium, home to the Miami Dolphins of the National Football League. This track configuration consists of 19 turns and 3 DRS zones, which will also be related to the three primary overtaking spots of turns 1, turn 11, and turn 17. Of course, also with this track featuring some long straights, there's also a bit of technical areas around the racetrack here in Miami, with the fast sweeping S's of turns 5 and 6. Basically, the first sector being more of a driver's sort of circuit. Drivers, though, also will have to be careful of turns 1, 2, and 3. Of course, those areas, that bit of area of racetrack is a bit tricky on traction and also on grip, so you got to be careful of that. And also, with a bit of technicality, there is that insignificant part of the racetrack known as turns 14 to 16, which is that Mickey Mouse chicane that goes underneath the freeway bridge, which I don't understand why that even is a part of any sort of racetrack. It deserves to be bombed, but whatever. That's basically one of the tracks, a bit of the tracks the drivers will have to negotiate as well. Has a bit of a steep curbs, and of course, yeah, like I said, just a bit technical. But yeah, that bit of track will should help you hopefully if you can get a good exit out of that corner to get with DRS laying down that long back straightaway towards turn 17. Before we go fully focused just into qualifying, there's just a little bit of information to go through. First, from last week, from Imola, there are no incidents that were reported by the drivers, so the final results remain unchanged. Also, the standings are once again not updated as I just saw a little bit ago, but I do know that Jay, who is not here today, actually has claimed the Drivers' Championship last week at Imola, so that is all sealed, although I didn't really do my maths, though, on the Constructors' table. I think the Williams, though, should be okay in terms of the Constructors' Championship. Because if I do recall, I think they were leading by a significant margin. Yeah, they were leading by nearly 100 points, so yeah, I probably would expect both sides to be pretty much all wrapped up. So I guess with that, then, we'll just focus on qualifying. We got 15 drivers on the grid for this event. Bit of cloudy skies, as you saw earlier over the paddock building. But now it looks like the sun's broken out a little bit too. Wouldn't be surprised if there would be some rain that comes into effect as well, knowing that this is Florida. And also, I'll change this as well. I've just noticed the telemetry. Yep, put that in miles an hour instead of kilometers per hour. Let's see here. Sanders joined the session here. See if we can find any reasonable drivers. Of course, a lot of them are starting their flying laps. Yeah, better be careful. The there, Flavius. You don't want to get a grid penalty, especially with Bull being that close behind you. Yeah, so Nander's just joined, as you just saw. Last week's race winner over at MLL last week. Had a very good race. Won it pretty much by a comfortable margin. We'll ride along. I guess we'll see if we'll use Blockman, since he seems to be the driver that would definitely give you a good lap around here. So we'll see what he can do. As we'll ride along with, well, his name is Kuptitan, as you can see on your screen. I know it's Blockman, of course. That's just his Steam name. But anyway, we'll see how he does. Round the final bend. Nearly bends the car to start the lap. And we'll begin this final lap. DRS open towards turn 1 down the main straightaway. Has a little bit of a dip and a little bit of an uphill crest. Slip towards turn 1 and then into turns 2 and 3. Be careful how much power you apply. Like I just mentioned in the intro there, as you see there, Blockman has spun at turn 3. Did not have the traction there. Interesting enough. But yeah, spun out there at the exit of turn 3 there. Just didn't necessarily have the grip, as Craig puts the first time on the board with a 29.3. We'll try Black Bull instead then, as Drag King goes to the top now with a 28.8. Black Bull to set a lap. Towards turn 1, of course, like I said, a little bit of a dip, and rises back up through turns 1, and then 2, oh, a bit of a shake up there, through 1, 2, and then into turn 3, finding the power as best he can. Now into pretty much the driver's part of the track through turns 5 and 6. These left-right sequence of sweeping corners, and to the long left-hander of the Maria section of turn 7 and turn 8, down to 4th. Probably could have hugged the apex just a little bit more. The back end there did complain a little bit too at the exit of the corner. Up through this long straight. Now the kink of turn 10 and into the heavy braking zone of turn 11. Reaching speeds of 210 miles an hour. Hard on the brakes. Down to 3rd. Around the beach club area of the track. Oh, the back end steps out again. I think he might have backed out of the lap as well. Yeah, judging by that. Yeah, I think he's backed out. Although I've heard some drivers say in previous pass that it kind of resembles a little bit of Vietnam's roundabout section of turns 1 and 2 in some aspects. I probably would agree with some drivers. We'll try a sub-line, see if we can at least complete somewhat of the lap. I think he is on a flyer. Well, he's also low on battery, but he's close enough. Through turn 12, now into 13, and to the rise of 14. 15 and 16, like I said, probably the most insignificant part of any racetrack on the F1 calendar, in my opinion, because it literally provides absolutely nothing. Alright, now into the heavy braking zone of turn 17. Slam on the brakes down to 2nd, locking up as well in the process. Around 17, he'll go back into the pits. Those little bits there, though, that's turns 18 and 19. That's basically the final 2 turns of the racetrack. Alright, as Nander will head up towards turn 11. I think he is on a proper flying lap. Yeah, it looks like he is. He is pushing. He's using battery as well. Entry speed about 209 miles per hour, down to 3rd. Hugging the inside bit of the curb as well. I'm not sure what pole was from Pacific Tier 1, but I do know in reference, because I commentate Pacific Open as well, pole from that was a 1 minute 26.1. It was set by Potsy. So, yeah, I mean, it was a very fast lap as well. I think it was like 3 or 4 tenths clear if I remember P2. Yeah, that race did provide quite a bit of drama too in some aspect as well. Anyway, Nando coming up towards the start-finish line to complete his lap. Will cross the line to set a 128.3. He is 6 tenths clear of Drag King at the moment. I'm sure he can find maybe just a little bit more pace than that, knowing Nander's pace. That's Harmony on the medium compound tire. He'll be ending his lap soon. That's typically normally what he does. Usually does a lap on the medium tire to get a bit of the feel of the car. He goes into 10th with a 29.9. Gets out of the Alpine's way. There, I believe that would be Honeybee. Considering I think he is the only Alpine, I think, in this entire field. Yeah, Subflime, just on our left, same with its teammate, Professor Phil, up towards turn 11. Entry speed, 210 miles an hour, like we saw with Black Bull a bit ago. They through the sequence of turns 11 and 12, hugging the inside of the apex. A bit of an awkward spot there from that Mercedes to park his car to get out of the way. He got out of the way nonetheless, but still a bit awkward. I'm pretty sure that would have given Professor Phil a little bit of a distraction as he heads down towards turn 17. Revving the hell out of the Ferrari, entry speed of 211 miles an hour, down to second gear. Clips the inside curb, and we'll head back onto the main straightaway. Across the start finish line, we'll set at 29.5 to complete his lap. Stuff flying, just about to start flying lap as well. As Nander's going back out again. Okay. Was he on the same tire? Nope, this is a different tire. Okay. Alright, we'll ride along with him, see what he can do. As there's yellow flags, and that's for probably for Professor Phil getting out of the way. Through 5 and 6 goes the AlphaTauri up towards turn 7 and then turn 8 around the fake marina. Oh, a bit of a distraction there too, I'd say. See that Ferrari there. Canada was up by 0.3 of a second to the first sector, so he is finding some time. Blockman, according to the first sector, is also purple with a 29.8. So he's about roughly quicker, just a bit quicker than Nander through that first sector. Hey, through turns 11 and 12, hugging the inside. Again, another car parked in an awkward position. That would be Ball and the Williams trying to get out of Nander's way. There's the Ferrari Phil in the background. Block says for Nander, he is up by 0.4. Now to the middle sector. What about Blockman in the Mercedes? 102.5. They're about roughly dead even, I'd say. Jack A now goes to the top of the 28.2. See how Nander does to the final part of the lap. We'll head around the left-hander 17. Down to the final two turns of 18 and 19. Will we see a time in the 127s crossing the line? Yes, it is. 127.8. What about Blockman? Does he go ahead of him? No. He misses out by just 0.2 of a second. Just under 0.2 of a second, to be more specific. But Nader is the only one so far in the 127s at the moment. No one else has ever been able to crack that yet, just him. Take her easy, meanwhile, up by 0.3 to the middle part of the lap. See what kind of speed he's got in that Alfa Romeo. Soon there will be Sauber, of course. Slamming on the brakes down to second. Around the left-hander 17. Back on the gas, heading up towards the final corner. Well across the line to set at 28.8. 0.2 quicker than what he did on that previous on his previous time. He's right now at 7th behind his teammate. Let's see. Suffline did a 28.6. Sparty did a 28.3. Currently so far in the top 5. Not too bad from Captain Sparty, I suppose. But yeah, no, that's a pretty good lap. See, ball up by 4.5 according to the timing screen. Bit cautious, I'd say, there coming out of the exit of that corner. Crossing the line, we'll set at 30.5. It's only good enough for just being 15th still. So we'll go back into the pits, I'm pretty sure. I think Country Don, he's out of battery, so not necessarily on a proper lap. Take her easy. Following the Aston for some silly reason. I think that's Diesel he's following. Oh, who was that again? Yeah, that was Diesel. He is on an out lap at the moment, so and he goes on to the runoff area at 17. Seems like he's going back into the pits as well. Okay. Even though he was on an out lap, I guess he didn't want to put in a lap anyway. Saucy's not really on a push lap. Drag Kane on an out lap now. 4.5 minutes left in quali. It is a bit early for him to come out, but that's what he wanted to do, I guess. So, 4.5 minutes on the clock. I think this could be his final lap. If he doesn't make a mistake, then obviously he'll set at that. If not, then if he does make a mistake, then probably he'll have to try again. Let's see here. Going to be down by 9,000. He's about to cross the line. Does not improve on his time at all. Stays in 8th. Alright, let's see. Drag Kane. Up towards now the final corners and back onto the main straight. He will begin what will be his final flying lap. Down towards the first turn. Breaking just about 50 or more meters there. Through 1, 2, and 3. Get through there very good. Look, planted at least through those corners. Up towards now turns 5 and 6. Down to 6th gear. Keeps in its 6th gear as well through those bit of corners. Now it's to the marina section, the fake marina section. Clock says for Drag King. He's up by 1/10.5 to the first sector, according to the minimap. Up towards now turn 11, DRS wide open for the Haas car. Let's see what peak speed he's got. 208 miles an hour. Not as quick as some of the drivers, but we'll see how he fares though all through the rest of the lap. Through 12. Now to the Mickey Mouse chicane of 14, 15, and 16. One more DRS zone, I should have said, to go. 2.5 tenths up, but hopefully the Aston Martin gets out of his way, or at least acknowledges that he's there. He actually will pick up a bit of slipstream as well from him. Now towards the final braking zone of the track, down to second, hug the inside curb. Actually used all the curb, as a matter of fact, more than I anticipated. He'll cross the line and he will set a 27.863. It's pole position for now for Drag Kane. But now we've got the other challengers to queue up behind. Let's see if they can put up a challenge against him. Yeah, Nader doesn't need to find that much. He just needs to find about 12,000. Blockman needs to find at least just about 2 tenths, which is enough to make up. Sparry isn't, I can't believe I'm saying this, but it seems like Sparry might be in the conversation as well, considering how close he is right out of Drag King. Subflime as well, and could be somewhat in the mix. I guess it could be anybody right now in that top 7. Take a reason he needs to find about seconds. Craig needs to find about nearly the same amount. Flavius doesn't want to come back out of the pits, so he'll stay in. Oh, as I think Phil had a bit of a back end slide there at the exit of turn 8, so that's it for his lap. Let's see if Saucy up towards turn 9 or turn 8. Sorry, clock says he's up by 38 thousandths to the first sector. That is. All right. Well, let's see how these guys go. Nader up towards the first sector through turns 7 and 8. Clock says for him, he's up by 1/10 of a second. How about Blobman to the first sector? What does the clock say for him? He's up by 45,000. Sparty has just begun his lap. Honeybee has gone to 5th with a 28.656. So the best he can hope for is that. And Sunfly was up in his time. I didn't necessarily catch what it was, but I think it said it was a 29.7 to the first sector. Alright, here comes Natter to the... Oh, he's clipped too much. Lap is over. Best he can hope for a second. He cut way too much there of the chicane. Blockman hits up to the end of the middle sector. He's up by nearly 7/10 to the middle sector. He's finding a lot of pace now. See how about Sparty. He is up by nearly a 10.5. This definitely will be enough for pole for Blockman, as long as he doesn't make a mistake in this final bit, which he doesn't do. He comes up to the line. What will it be for Blockman? Crossing the line. It's pole position with a 27.1. Sunfly goes to P2 with a 27.7. So your drag cane purple to the middle sector. And I think Take Her Easy will be completing the lap shortly too. Blackpool goes to 9th with a 28.9. Colorado down by 0.2. Diesel, I think, is just ending. Not ending. He's done with his lap, I think. Craig about to finish the lap. Crossing the start-finish line to set a 28.1. That's good enough for 5th. Take Her Easy crosses the line, goes to 7th with a 28.5. And by nearly over 0.6 of a second, it's Blockman that will start from pole position for the Miami Grand Prix. I don't think I've seen Blockman though be on pole for this season. I think this is his first this season, if I do recall. Seems like he's getting back into somewhat of his groove. Nobody though in the 26s, almost the top guys in the 27s. And there's your grid then for the race. It's Blockman on pole, 0.6 clear of his teammate. Sunfly that'll start in P2. Drag King followed by last week's race winner Natter in 4th. Craig in 5th. Sparty in 6th. Take Her Easy 7th. Honeybee 8th. Blackball in 9th. Colrocker 10th. Country Done in the 11th. Diesel 12th. Saucy 13th. Professor Phil 14th. Style Army 15th. And Flavius will start from the back of the grid. Audio, cloudy skies here for Miami. Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if there were, say, sort of rain in the forecast, considering where we are. Yeah, I don't think I actually got a weather report, did I? For the race, Dry all the way. Okay. He actually did give me a weather report. Sorry. This isn't the most surprising thing in the American Series so far. Just waiting until everyone gets all sorted and ready up, I guess. All right. Alright, guess now we're all ready to go. 5 red lights then. And we are underway for the Miami Grand Prix. A good start there by Blockman, and a good start looks like by both Mercedes. They broke away at least a little bit, heading up towards the first corner. Oh, there's a bit of contact, I think, there between Sparty and Subfaline. Oh, his yellow flies at the back. That's Dirty Diesel that might got caught in some sort of incident. That's Subfaline already out. He's crashed out at turn 3. Safety cars come out. Oh, I think there could have been maybe the bit of contact there from between Sparty and Subfaline that may have caused that. Or he might have lost the car. I was just saying that because I noticed how close he was. Actually, no, I must have mistaken. That AlphaTauri was Nander. Sorry, I'm not used to Nander being an AlphaTauri. That's why I'm mistaken. That might have been Nander that might have pushed him into the wall then. I apologize. It could have been that, or like I said, he could have just spun. But from where his car was, he was on the right-hand side of the barrier. Yeah, Nander was trying to go down the inside of Drag King there to the first corner. Yeah. Let me see. No damage from what I could tell on Nander's car. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what happened. I turned away though because I noticed there were yellow flags for Diesel that spun at the first turn. I was trying to see what happened then, and then next thing you know, more action unfolded. I guess at least they'll give me a chance to see who's on what. Okay. That is completely opposite to what I saw in Pacific Open a couple days ago. So most everyone's on the medium tire except for at least 4. And that being, of course, Nander, who's on the soft tire. That explains why he had a really good start. Colorado on the softs, Harmony on the hards. I think Diesel's just pitted for hards. I think he might have started on the mediums, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, I guess I don't necessarily need the tire graphic then. Just gotta remember that. Nander, I was on the soft tire, same with Colorado, and then Harmony and Diesel on hards. Still shot there looking over turn 11, of course, a little view of the Hard Rock Stadium. Yeah, it's not just used for Dolphins games, it's also been used as well when Formula 1 comes around as a paddock area as well. I honestly have no idea how they fit all that into the stadium. Beats me how they do it. Yeah, because if I remember correctly, in 2022, when they first introduced this track, they used to have it just outside the building, and then they put everything all into the football stadium. Live has already left the session. Don't necessarily blame him for it. There he is, the first driver out of this race. Yeah, already after just pretty much 3 turns, safety car out, and I probably wouldn't be surprised if this wasn't the last. And now you got that looking over the marina section, and again, of the football stadium. I swear that's probably like the most significant part of the track, is just really the football stadium. Yeah. Because in fairness, to me, I'm not the biggest fan of this racetrack at all. I mean, like, there's some areas I do like of the track, but the one area well, as you've heard me say before, I don't like that Mickey Mouse chicane. Like I said, it just literally provides nothing. No significance at all for any part of any racetrack. Well, we should be getting going soon, of course. It should be telling us now that the safety car will come in. Yep, safety car is now in this lap. So, now the field will bunch up. The blunt man now will dictate the field and will get us back under green flag conditions very shortly. Alright, round 17. Swapman goes, and we're back under green once again here in Miami. Begin lap 4 of 29. Hopefully we can get through this without having another safety car. Up towards the first turn. Yep, seems like everyone's gone through relatively alright. I think Saucy was looking for something there on Black Bola. Heading through turns 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, so Nander's situation, though, he needs to get ahead of Blotman quickly and make the most out of those soft tires. Yeah, as far as I'm aware, though, too, the soft tire isn't necessarily the greatest around Miami. Harmony dropping a place there to Phil. He's down to 12th. Oh, Five Aces has a spin, too, at turn 8. He gets going again, though, at least. Yeah, but already the top 2 have started to break away from Drag King. Drag King right now is trying to stay ahead of Craig, heading through turns 11 and 12. Now to the Mickey Mouse chicane. A little bit of a lock up there, I think, from the AlphaTauri. They around the chicane and back onto the back straightaway. Up towards now turn 17. Yes, slipstream. No DRS, of course. That won't be enabled for another 2 laps. Of course, that won't be like that next game. Of course, that'll be after the initial lap, the initial first lap. So yeah, another lap then with no DRS, but Nander needs to get going quick. As Blockman sets the fastest lap with a 30.9. both roughly equal on the battery, but Nander is using a little bit to keep up. Yeah, he's got to make the most out of those soft tires. Up towards now, turn 11. Using a bit of battery again. Blockman maybe used a fair bit, not so much. Drag Kane's just trying to defend against the other cars behind him as well. Up towards now, turns 11 and 12 we come. Drag Kane with Craig, Take Her Easy, and Honeybee as Black Bowler trying to go around the outside of Sparty here into turns 11 and 12. They're side by side through the... Oh, that's contact. I think that was because Sparty must have lost the back end, judging by how that car hit him. Yeah, he lost the back end there, from what it looked like to me. 8/10 the margin. I have noticed there was a bit of battery usage there from Nander. DRS now will be enabled after the end of this lap. Oh, a bit of a slide there from the AlphaTauri. Yeah, he really is trying to do everything he can to keep up. Alright, so DRS now enabled here on lap 6. 7/10 is the margin then between the top two. Nander crucially will get DRS, sorry, through this section here of 5 and 6. We'll get it down to the first straight. That's a slag, I think that was. Alright, so he will get DRS here towards the Kega 10, which will be activated right about now. So he'll try to close up then on the Mercedes-Benz. I'm curious to know what he'll exactly do. Oh, he brakes really deep, but not close enough. Drag Kane also holding off Craig as well. Seems like Craig is also broken away from his teammate, as Honeybee right now is right behind. So we got a little bit of groups of battles here forming here in Miami. So you're back up towards the front here. Nander with DRS again. Again, not close enough. Oh, but he's really confident on the brakes though, I'll give him that. He really closed up on Blockman. But yeah, he has to get ahead in order to make his strategy work. Oh, that's a bit of a slide there from Country Dawn. Trying to get by Saucy, which he did initially. They do have DRSA up towards the first turn. McLaren defending hard in the inside. Not the very... Actually, I was gonna say it was not quite the greatest idea, because I thought that would have compromised his run through 2 or 3. But actually, he did all right there, defending that line. Alright, up towards turn 11 they come. Craig right behind, not close enough to do anything. Nander's still following Blockman. Honeybee overtaking Take Her Easy there into turn 11. He'll go around the outside, get that move done. Good little move there from the Alpine driver. Putting himself now up at the 5th place. Now still within DRS of Blockman, but again, not close enough to do anything. Yeah, it's not the most easiest track to pass. Oh, a bit more lockups there. Honeybee trying to overtake Honeybee around the outside. More lockup as well, you can see from the tire smoke. Country down to the background, fighting with Sparty as well. And he's through turn 17. The AlphaTauri's got that move done, but the McLaren will fight him back with DRS as the yellow flags at turn 17, bringing out the virtual safety car. And I think that was caused by Colorado, and it was. He's got no front weight on that Ferrari. We'll have to go into the pits and get it fixed. Yep, so that now neutralizes the field. Yeah, gotta be careful with the Delta as well. You don't want to get a drive-through penalty. Yeah, you want your eyes kind of glued to that screen on the right-hand side. And also very careful not to fall behind. I was gonna say fall behind Blotman. Well, he's kind of done exactly that because I don't think he's gonna get DRS. As you saw as well, Country Dawn has a drive-through penalty for speed under the virtual safety car. Actually, he does have DRS, Nander does. So he will close the gap back up. But he did have to use a fair chunk of his battery to keep up at least. Oh, bit of a tail end slide there from both Craig and from Drag King and Craig out of that turn 17 corner. Nothing doing there. Honeybee. Oh, that explains why. Tigger Easy's gone into the pits. So what? Is he coming in for? Oh, he's coming for his. Oh, did he get a drive-through as well? Oh, he must have. Okay. I didn't see his name come up. I only saw Country Dawn's name come up. So he must have got a drive-through as well in the process. Okay, that makes a little bit of sense. Alright, Nander still has DRS. Up towards turn 11. He'll close up by at least a couple of tenths. Not quite close enough. But gets deep on the brakes. In fairness, though, he's doing a fairly decent job. At least trying to keep up with Blotman. I will give him credit for that. Yeah, because right about now, I probably would have said the soft tires would be fading. No, Nander hasn't necessarily faded away from Blotman. He's kind of been hovering. See here. Craig, not quite close enough. Towards 17. Spy has DRS here on Professor Phil. Hey, up towards turn 17. Oh! Dearie me. What was he trying to do there? Look, he went for an inside move. He lifted a little bit, and then he just completely missed the apex. This Country Dawn's gone in. That's because he's serving his drive-through penalty as well. Yeah, pretty much like how earlier Dawn was serving his drive-through penalty. And he's also now back in the pits, so he's gone now to a set of medium compound tires. Through the right-hander of 12, up towards turn 13 and 14. I probably would guess as well. Hang on, hold that thought. Spotted down the inside of Professor Phil. He moves himself up into 7th place. I was gonna say, I would probably say the lap that Nander would need to pit. I think for his strategy then to work. Probably would have to be on lap 15 or 16. Like he'll need to do a lengthy stint on those soft tires. And Professor Phil now overtakes Spotty there. That's at turn 17. He's got that move done. I'll put back the tire graphic then, just for everyone to see if they want. Alright, back up towards the front. Still, the battle for the lead is still going on. Yeah, like I said, I am a little bit amazed about Nander's tires not falling off the cliff. Although in fairness though, we've had 3 laps under the safety car. That probably helped his tires out just a little bit. For him to go on a lengthy stint. right now all over the back of Blockman, heading through turns 11 and 12 through 13 and 14. Through the Mickey Mouse chicane. Oh, he might have missed the apex there just a bit there. Up towards now the back straight. He'll have the DRS open. Rear wing goes open there, heading up towards 17. He won't be close enough to do anything here. Take her easy, overtakes Star Harmy. That was at turn 11 and 12 he did that at. He now moves up into 10th place ahead of him. Podium position, the battle still raging on between Drag King and Craig. The final podium position, that is. Yeah, these are the two I do expect battling for the race win, Nander and Blotman. Blotman doing the best he can though to hold on those medium tires. Well, and Nander as well on the soft tires. Just keeping the AlphaTauri at bay. Of course though, when we get into the new game, it won't be AlphaTauri anymore, it will be the RB as it is today. It doesn't have the distance to close up here. I think Drag King could line up a pass. Jeez, definitely had the speed to do it. Well before the braking zone. Oh, it overshoots it in the process. Really deep into the braking zone. Oh, that's tight there. Hasso gets in front. Alright, DRS wide open again, heading up towards turn 17. Comes the... Oh, and he backs off. Okay. So he's playing a little bit of DRS chicken, I think. Here's the Alfa Romeo. The most typical thing I've seen in league racing as of recently, the DRS chicken games. As Professor Phil now overtakes Sparty there. That's at turn 17. But goes into the pits in the process. Right. So he's going in for his first pit stop. He'll get onto a set of the hard compound tire to carry him to the end of the race. And Take Her Easy will follow suit as well. Down the inside goes Colorado and Flavius. Battle for 14th place. As the Ferrari gets in front. Through these secrets of cores here. Enter Gilwell DRS, hanging down the back straight away. Jack Kane overtakes Craig. He's got him well before the DRS line, so yeah, moves up in position. See when the layers do pit. They're not pitting yet. I think it looks like Blockman's going to opt to try to do a medium soft, but he's going to have to go very lengthy on those soft tires, or medium tires, I should say. So I'll say a 5-second penalty for speed in the pit lane. As Black Ball comes into the pits, he'll go onto the hard compound tire to the end of the race from here. Down the back straight again. Nano has been saving battery as well. Blockman has been using a little bit. Let's see here. On lap 14, I probably would think Nander would be coming in very soon. And he's definitely in range as well to get an undercut done on Blockman if he would opt to pit now. Doesn't opt to do so. He stays out for another lap. Also, it kind of seems like, I was going to say, Craig seems like he's kind of falling back from drag king. Drag king goes back into the pits. Oh, good. Oh, it goes into the pits. Paula closing as well on Country Dawn. There's also Professor Phil in the midst of a battle between himself and Dirty Diesel. Diesel's been on those tires for quite some time. On those medium tires. He might have to go into the pits very shortly for his sake. Paula, though, on the back of the McLaren. And around turns 8 and 9, up towards the back, the other straight, up towards turn 10, the little kink of 10, and then into turn 11. He's got the DRS up towards the roundabout. We'll shoot the car down the inside, should get the position done, and he does. Yellow flags are out. That is for Flavius. That has spun at the first sector. He's spun at turn 6. Nander has now finally gone into the pit lane. But now he'll go on to probably what I would assume is a set of the mediums. And it is. Alright. See how this strategy will work for him. Bobman staying out, of course, but he's got to do another couple of laps if he wants to go in from the medium to the soft tire. Blockman, though, should be a little bit quicker, though, than Nander, considering that he will be on the soft tires and on low fuel. Oops. Alright. Back on to Professor Phil. He's on a battle with Black Bola. Paint up towards now turns 11 and 12. Flavius is retired in the pits. He's not going to go any further. Day's pretty much done for him. Becomes our second retirement of the race. Blockman stays out for another lap. Gap right now between him and Nander is about 16.8 seconds. Honeybee, who's at third, has yet to make a pit stop. So he'll be coming in right about now, actually, to get off of those mediums. He'll probably go onto the hards then, based off the lap he's coming in. Oh no, he's going on to the softs. Okay, so he's actually going quite early on those soft tires. Soft Alive is joined back in for some reason, even though he's out of the race. Maybe I guess just spectating the race or something. Alright, well right now, gap 15.1 between Blockman and Nander. Jack King seems pretty comfortable at the moment ahead of Craig. He's got a 2.5 second margin between him. Only battles right now we got on track really is the battle for 5th and the battle for 8th between Phil and Black Ball and the two Aston Martins. Thought Harmony a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. Gap is really coming down. 14 seconds and Blockman is now in the pits. Yep, so Natter should be able to get this undercut done. Soft tires at the go for Blockman. There is the AlphaTauri. He sets the fast lap of the race. And there he goes. Now Blockman's got to wait a little bit. Nothing he can do there. Now he gets the... Oh, he nearly spins! Oh my goodness. Nearly spins coming out of the pits. Nearly puts the car into the wall. He is very, very lucky he didn't do so. Alright, so the gap now is 4.7 seconds separating the leaders. Blockman, though, is on the soft tire. But he's got to make the most out of those soft tires and get it done quickly. Meanwhile, back up the front of the... front of the field. Back of the field, more like. Well, mainly midfield. This is Balla and Phil bouncing it away. Hey, up towards turn 11. Star Harmony has retired in the pits as well. He's not going further forward in this race. He now becomes our third retirement. I mean, still, even if the race doesn't seem very healthy for you, at least you can score some points. I mean, remember, the top 15 do score points here in Race Spec. Yeah, pretty much like in MotoGP, top 15 score points. Although the point system isn't necessarily like most MotoGPs. Alright, so on the lap that Blockman came out, he's gained about 7/10, at least, or 6/10, I think, on that lap on Nander. Up towards turn 1. Yeah, he needs to be closing in by about, if he wants to catch Nander with the tires he's on, I probably would say nearly a second a lap. As Balla gets through. He's now up into 5th. Did see a little bit of a slight error there from Professor Phil. Coloracco's got a 5-second penalty for speed in the pit lane as well, and into the pit. And he's also in the pits, back into the pits. To put on a set of mediums. 3.5 seconds now, the margin between the top two. It's now gone down to 3.2 seconds, actually. Yeah, he's actually gained now about 1.3 seconds on that lap, it seems, from Blockman, according to the timing screen. Does set the fast lap of the race with a 29.8, 1 second, nearly a second quicker than what Nander did on his fastest lap, which was a 30.7. Oh, back end nearly stepping out there for Phil, not Nander, Professor Phil. Towards turn 1. Yeah, won't be able to do anything here. Take her easy. Oh, that's because Diesel's in the pits. That's why. So he's now gone back in. Oh, it's Phil has spun! And hits the wall. Spins out of turn 3. Loses a spot then to Honeybee in the process. Ouch. Well, that might be Blackball 5th place secured unless Honeybee catches up. Actually, Honeybee should be able to with those soft tires. Meanwhile, back up the front. The gap now is 1.7 seconds. It is steadily closing. Saucy and Phil side by side. And he, as Saucy clips the wall. Just a little bit. Oh, cool. Get it backwards TCAM. That provides literally nothing. Now let's take her easy. He's in the mix too. Oh, down the inside goes Saucy there into turn 17. He's got that move done. That's Phil and oh, sorry, I took my eyes off for a brief second there. Oh, it's Saucy there, literally it's caught in the curb there at turn 3. Gee whiz. Phil running really, really wide. They're out of turn 9. You'll have him, DRS up towards turn 11. He should be able to get that move done. He does so, but meanwhile, we'll pay our attention back up to the front. Still battle brewing here now between the race leaders. Blockman has caught Nander, as expected. Nander, though, does have a fair chunk of battery in his fairness. That's the only thing he's got in terms of the advantage, but Blockman's got better grip advantage. Those stuff should be able to... Oh, I think he might have slid a little bit there, Nander. Or it could have been lag. I'm not entirely 100% on that. Will Nander deploy anything? Doesn't seem to be. He'll lose the position. He's going to lose the position anyway. The Blockman, here he comes down to the right-hand side. And he's got it done. Blockman now moves back into the lead. Although I probably would say this battle is not necessarily over just yet. Yeah, not just quite yet. Nander's also going to have DRS as well, heading up towards turn 17. Won't be close enough, though, I don't think, to attack. Meanwhile, a bit further back, we now got a 4-car train. There goes Sparty to the right-hand side on Saucy. Into turn 10, up towards turn 11. They both have DRS. But who's going to get the better advantage here? Seems like it's going to be Sparty, I believe. Down into turn 11 and 12. He'll have the inside line. He'll get that move done. And he has got it done. Alright, down the back straightaway again. DRS wide open, hey, up towards 17. Not close enough, though, for an attack from Professor Phil. Left DRS again, hey, up towards turn 1, but like I said again, not close enough to do anything here. We're on lap 23 of 29. Still got a bit of ways to go here. Even amazingly, after that first lap incident, I'm surprised we haven't had another safety car. Everyone's kind of relatively kept it clean. This is looking like a change for the lead. Here comes down to the left-hand side. Should be able to do it. And yep, down the inside, locking up, but he pulls the car up just in time. And he's taking the lead back, but Blockman's going to come back at him. With DRS aimed down towards turn 1. And he's got DRS, pulls to the right-hand side, down the inside he goes. Oh, but Netter's still trying to fight. To fair credit. Very good little racing there by the pair of them. Nander still keeps the spot. That was really good driving there by both of them. Really, really good driving. Eight through 9. I think Nander might have missed the apex just a little. There into turn 9. As Phil overtakes Take Her Easy, that's at turn 17. Meanwhile, it looks like we can have a change back for the lead. As Blockman now goes to the right-hand side and takes the lead back from Nander into turn 11. Phil goes back into the pits. Oh, interesting. Oh, he actually goes back in for a strategical stop. Okay. Nope, never mind. He's out of the race. Alright, down towards turn 17. DRS, not... Oh! That was a bit close there. I'd say there from Nander. A bit of a wiggle there from Blockman, heading up towards turn 1. 5 more laps to go in this Miami Grand Prix. Heading through turns 2 and 3. Yeah, if you want another pace difference between those two and the rest, look at the gap. Nander to the next car is 24 seconds behind. That's how big the gap has been. That's pretty much how these two have been. They've been the class of the field so far in this race. I wouldn't necessarily say I'm totally surprised. I mean, no disrespect to the others. It's just, that's just how I've been seeing it. You know, like, in this field, you have Blockman, you have Jay, you have Rebel if he ever races. If you know, so far in the season, that's been like more of the quicker drivers, and then there's just the rest of the field. And they're not quite close enough here to attack Blockman. Heading around the final corner onto the main straight. 4 laps to go here in this Miami Grand Prix. Barry overtaking Take It Easy. They're down the outside into turn 11. Has the inside line for 12. Should be able to get the move done, and he does so. Take her easy, overtaking Barry there, down the inside of turn 17. Meanwhile, back up to the lead duo here. Here comes Nander again to the left-hand side. Gets to the inside part of the corner. Should be able to get the move done. Does so, at least. Oh, but the back end does step out of the exit of turn 17, up towards now the first corner. Blockman get him around the outside. The answer is yes, he does. He now moves back into the lead of the race. Only 3 more laps to go here in this Miami Grand Prix. It comes up towards, oh, Nander trying to go down the inside. Not close enough to do anything there. Back down towards 17. Not quite close enough as Nader to make any sort of move. Five and 6, 7 and 8. Has Nader got an answer here for Blockman here? Still the battle for the battle for the lead raging on still. DRS wide open up towards. No, he actually doesn't turn on his DRS. He keeps it closed. Nader's feeling like he's in a race-winning position here. He's got 35% battery. Blockman's got roughly the same. Yeah, Nader needs to make sure he doesn't make any sort of mistake. Kind of like that. He did lose a bit of time there, I'd say, in that chicane. Blockman still holding firm at the moment. Up towards turn 17 we go. DRS not quite there. Well, oh, he makes a correction there, the exit of 17. That will cost him a bit of time. He will get DRS down the main straight and close up. I think what he really needs to do is at turn 11. I feel like that's where Nader needs to make his move. Alright, the final lap of the race, here we go. Blockman trying to hold on as best he can. It's 4 tenths between himself and Nader. Through turns 5 and 6 they go. Blockman looking for a second win, same with Nader of the season. Nader's looking really, really close to the back of the rear wing of the Mercedes. He will have the DRS up towards turn 11. Will he go for the move? Yes, he will. To the left-hand side. Towards the roundabout he comes. He'll go to the inside of 11. He'll take the position away from Blockman. Will that be the key move for him to seal the race win? Through turns 14, 15, and 16. Blockman, though, not out of this. It's all going to come down now to turn 17. Has Nader made this move a little bit too early? I think he might have made this a little bit too early. Because here comes the Mercedes up towards turn 17. Nader, though, can't do anything about that, but he's going to go back down the inside of turn 17. There's going to be contact. Nader, though, back end does slide. Blockman holds on. He's going to win it here in Miami. Wow. The back end slide there for Nader at the exit of the turn 17. I thought he might have made the move just a bit too early. That was enough for Blockman to hold on and take the race win. Alright, Drag King gets third. I think I did say before that I thought it was going to be at turn 11 was where he has to make the move. He did make the move, but then I was corrected. Drag race the line there from Honeybee and Black Bull at 38 thousandths between the two. Meanwhile, back in the midfield, oh, that's contact. Sparky gets spun by Country Dawn. And like that, that's it for his battle there with Take Her Easy and Country Dawn. That little race got ruined there for him at turn 17. Sparky, then that means he'll just end up in 9th rather than being in 7th position. Saucy 11th, Diesel 12th, Cole Rocco 12th, I should say. But Blockman wins it at the line. Holds on to take the race win. But yeah, I thought Nader might have sealed it after making the move at 11. But Blockman just had enough grip there just to hold on and battle with AlphaTauri for the race win. So well done to him. And of course, I kind of jittered a bit there at the end of the race. But there you go. Blockman gets his second victory of the season. Nander getting second and Drag King getting third. Separated by 2/10 between Blockman and Nander was the final bit of the gap. And gets a fast lap as well, so he gets the full complement of points, does Blockman. Nander gets second, followed by Drag King. Yeah, class of the field, those two. 28 seconds separating between Nander and Drag King. Craig, Honeybee, Black Bowler, Take Her Easy, Dawn, Sparty, Saucy, Diesel, Cole Rocco. Those are your final finishers. Outside of that, Phil, Harmony, Flavius, and Subphalan. Alright, and I think with that, it's time to wrap up the stream then, I guess. Yeah, good race overall between the top two. They pretty much were just a class of field there, Nander and Blockman. Not a total surprise. But congratulations to Blockman on his victory. Congratulations to Nander, and of course Drag King getting third. She'll be very, very happy getting third place on the podium. But with that, I think we will wrap up the stream. Until then, I have been K997. Thank you very much for watching, and we will be back once again next week for the final round of the championship at the Autodrome Jose Carlos Pache for the Brazilian Grand Prix. And until then, it is goodbye.